All right. What are we gonna do? Um, gotta find a field. Um, I think these are gonna be too expensive to start out in. 224, 105. Hmm. I don't know what field to start in. Well, wherever we start is gonna be, so that's 105. It's a harvester. Huh. To buy a harvester, let's just get over to the store real fast. Alright, we're here. To get a harvester, and then we're gonna need a tractor and a trailer for the grain. Ooh, but if we don't have a silo to straight sell the grain, or hmm, to straight sell the grain, or to buy a silo or land with a silo. So we could realistically buy that field for 105, field 7 for 105. Math is doing the dirty here. That would take all of our money. Huh. I just don't know about these fields with, I think we're gonna have to start with the smaller fields. Honestly, I don't think we're gonna have the funds for it. Okay. Just gonna have to do smaller fields. 127. This one's 92. let's do, let's start with these two fields. Let's get the grass off of them and go from there. I think that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna need a decent tractor. I think as far as tractors go, the best option is going to be to go a little cheaper. 89,000 for this one. Huh. 89. Is there engine upgrades? No, but there's a little setup. What about mowers? Mowers. Hmm. I don't know. We don't have a lot of money. Uh, this is 3.9. That's just entirely too much money for the full set. Although we could do that set and it wouldn't be terrible. Yeah, let's do that. We'll get the rear, because that puts us to 240. Um, the question is, how are we going to pick the bales up? Do we go with the transport trailer or do we do, transport trailer, or do we just do the bale transport and that picks it up as well? Or do we get a trailer and load it with a telehandler? I am terrible with telehandler. I don't think that's a good idea at all. Um, Tell you what, let's get our tractor so we don't have to worry about that. That hurt us money-wise. But we still gotta get a tedder. Tedder. I'm running no mods on this, by the way. No mods. Um, Nothing crazy. No mods. The goal's just 5 million? I think 5 million. I don't think that's too crazy. Um, yeah, we're just gonna goals 5 million in the bank, all the equipment we need, and definitely gonna buy a plot of land with a farmhouse and stuff on it. It's definitely a goal that we have to achieve. Um, I guess we're just gonna go with this. What is the boundary spreading system? Uh, I know what that is. No, we don't need that. Um, this is. See, I want it to be big enough that it doesn't take forever, but don't have a whole lot of money to spend. We'll roll with this one. And a baler. Well, I don't know what to do on balers, to be honest. Let's just roll with what we got for now. Let's just go get some grass mowed and all of that good stuff so we can get going here. We gotta get going. Have to get going. Can't stay at the store forever debating on what to buy. Gotta get mowing. Almost hit it. No, 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 no. I have hit the wrong button. Fold mower. We do not need the mower down. Alright. Open that up. Hop back in our tractor. Let's head to our fields, get us a first look at what we actually bought. Haven't seen the fields. I just know they're grass, and that's all we got. We spent so much money on equipment to do hay. Oh, this is going to be rough in the beginning, isn't it? I don't really want to take out any more of a loan than we already have. We have, what? How much of a loan do we have in the start from scratch? Finances, $250,000 in the hole is what we're starting out. That is okay. It's okay. And our fields are over here to the left. It's okay. 250,000 in the hole. What we owe the bank. We got 2 fields of grass that is ready to go. We're gonna make it back. We're gonna make it back. It's gonna be fine. Or not. You all know these things. Alright. Let's open up our gate here. There it is. So this is it. This is our first field. And field 6. There was a gate to field 6 down here. Is that the only way to get to field 6? I don't know. Maybe. Alright. Oh, is it just right there? This doesn't do crop destruction on grass, does it? No. Okay. Where's field 6? Field 6. Oh, okay, so this just takes us into field 6. Alright, let's start mowing field 5. This is going to be terrible. Let's see. Lower mower, or unfold, lower. Perfect. Fold lower. Alright, we're mowing. So we obviously cannot make the money we need to make with just hay. So we're gonna have to do crops of some kind in these fields. I don't know what I want to start with. Probably a grain is going to be cheaper to start up than some of the specialty equipment for like beets and stuff like that. So definitely going to do I don't know, wheat? Something with straw harvest would be good. That way we could, bale the straw and sell that too. This tractor is not liking the hill. It is not. It's something with oh, these corners are rough. Yeah, something with straw. Something with straw that we could bale the straw and get a little extra money out of the harvest. I mean, we're already going to have the equipment for the straw that we're going to be doing hay bales here in the very beginning, so might as well just use the baler up since we're already going to have one. It's not going to cost us anything. That would be ideal. Let's get 2 loops around and then we'll start going back and forth. And I don't know how much AI I'm actually gonna have do the harvesting and stuff. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, if we have other stuff that needs doing and time restraint as far as season wise or month wise for harvesting or something, sure. But I think I'm gonna do most of it myself. Just to get the full experience. I think that would be wise. I think the proper way to farm or to mow would be to lift the mowers and all of that, but not a professional farmer. We're just gonna get the job done. But really need to think about what crop we're going to go with first. I would like to get these fields planted in something this year. That way next year, mid-year, hopefully we could have a harvest of an actual crop. Would be ideal. I don't want to kill too much time or waste a whole bunch of time. I guess contracts, we could do contracts if we don't have a whole lot going on here and there just to make some extra money. We might actually need to. That way we can have the money for a harvester or that kind of stuff for our first harvest of crop. So might need that. might need to do contracts. That's not out of the question. I just don't want to do a whole lot of contracts. Because some contracts are kind of broken and you can make a lot of money off of them. So I kind of want to do most of the money earning on our fields. Just like that, field 5 is mowed. Now, can we squeeze? Let's tell you what, let's turn off that, turn off that. I don't want to go cutting across here. Can we fit through here? Yeah, we can fit through there. This is a really weird shaped field. I'm not entirely sure how this is gonna go. Let's just get... Oh, we're rolling. Let's just get our mowers cut back on. Let's just get mowing and just see how this goes. Being a weird shaped field. This corner is going to be kind of interesting. We'll just do our best. We'll do our best. How far? I don't know how far up we want to go with that. See, that's a problem with these double attach, or having a front and rear mower. You can't really get good corners with it. Try that. Okay, well I guess that wasn't half bad. I'm sure a lot of you were going to critique my mowing here, but not professional. There's a gate I was talking about earlier. I didn't know the field's connected up at the top like that. Turned around here a little bit. I don't want to get too close to anything because we do have to come through here with the tedder and the wind rower. Is that the correct way to say that? I don't even know. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. See, we're missing stuff in the center. So that's just gonna get the sides, and there's a spot. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We just need to get some grass mowed, dried out, and baled, so we can make some money. We need money. That's what we need. We need some money. Oh, this is going to be terrible, isn't it? This corner. We missed a little. By a little, I mean a lot. I feel like this hill is going to be pretty painstaking in this thing. Because what, in the other field we were going 6 miles an hour up the hill? Yeah. Let's see if we can cut this corner a little bit better than we did. How's that? Is that better? No, we missed a big square. It's good. It's good. It's good. 8 miles an hour? I guess that's not terrible. It's not absolutely terrible. 7. Yeah, there's the 6 miles an hour. Seems like it flattens out a little bit up here. anyone that knows the proper way to mow with this kind of setup, let me know, because is just missing spots just normal, or am I going about this the wrong way entirely? I don't know. I do not know. I'm just an aspiring farmer in a European town. I don't know. Okay, let's just hop over a little bit. Let's do a second row. Or what do they call it? What do they call the loop, the loops they do around the fields before they go up and down the field? What do they call those? Headlands? 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 Yeah. Yeah. That's what they call those. We'll do two. We've got quite a wide setup. Ah, got that little section that we missed. This bottom part of the field's almost done. We'll get the bottom part of the field done, and then it's just that main section to our left. Oh, we almost got that little chunk. We'll get it when we turn around. There it is. So I think I'm going to leave the time on 5 times. I don't think I'm going to slow it down any. It's just going to be a race against time. I may end up slowing it down later at some points if we're really, really crunching it on time as far as trying to get something harvested before it withers, because we definitely don't want the crop to wither. Although I guess that would be more realistic to, if you don't get it done in time, it's gonna wither. I don't know. I do not know. Or what we could do is leave it and be more realistic. We missed a section on our first go around. We're gonna back up and grab that. Yeah, get that little section here. Missed that little spot. We miss. I guess it's not super important to get every little piece, but we're gonna get as much as we can. We need as much hay out of these 2 fields as we can manage. Not lifting any bales by hand, none of that, no super strength, none of that. It's going to be either done with the automatic bale trailers or with a telehandler of some kind. I mean, maybe we'll buy a forklift and just rip the forklift down the road and get it here. Kind of just depends on what funds we have, I guess. But definitely not good with the telehandlers or the forklifts of any kind. definitely not my strong point. So, not entirely sure what we're gonna do with picking these bells up and getting them to where they need to go. But we're gonna do what we can. Do what we can with the money we have. I don't know if buying two fields off the rip was a good idea. I mean, the worst thing that happens is we do two harvests of grass. Actually, that might not be a bad idea. What if we just save up the bales and don't sell them right away? Wait for the price to go up a little bit. We'll get a second cut in. Get a second cut and double the harvest. Ooh, but it really depends on what we're gonna plant and what the planting season for that is. I'll tell you what, after I finish this field, we're going to figure out what we're gonna plant first. Because I definitely want to move to crop as soon as possible of some kind. I feel like it just makes more money. Definitely gonna move to crop of some kind sooner rather than later. Spin her around and head back up the hill. I just don't know what. Definitely a grain, like I've mentioned. We'll have to figure that out. Nice wide swath here. Best driver in the world. Downhill, this thing is just so fast. So fast downhill. Spin it around, grab this last little spot. Perfect. Okay, on the move. Did it lift the front? I don't think it lifted the front, did it? No. There we go. We do not own 86, which is what this barn and stuff is on, but we're gonna borrow. We're gonna borrow the land here and put our stuff on it. So we could probably do planting season for wheat runs to March. Could plant wheat pretty much all of fall and early spring. Or barley, which is hmm. We might do barley. Okay, we'll do barley or wheat. One of the two. We'll do barley or wheat. Is the grass gonna grow in? I think it takes 3 months. Oh, no one saw that. They're fine. The tractor's fine. I don't have insurance. Everything's good. I think the grass takes 3 months to grow. I'm pretty sure. I'm not entirely positive. Maybe we could get a second cut before we plant. That would be that would be awesome if we could do that. We're just gonna swoop in here, get our tedder, which is gonna be this guy. Yep. Grab our tedder. Since the tedder picks up off the ground, could we put the tedder on the front and hook the windrower to the rear? Let's try that. Let's try to hook this to the front and see if it'll let me carry it this way. Hey, it works. Okay. And then windrower on the back. Maybe if I can get lined up. Look at that. One trip instead of two. I don't know, I don't know if this is realistic or not, but it's letting me do it, so we're gonna go with it. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna see a whole lot driving down the road like this. I mean, I seem to be doing a good job of, going straight, not turning. It's all good. I think we got the same brand equipment here, besides the mowers. Let's see here. We need to park. See if we spin the camera around here. Hey, got it in there. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. Um, I don't know if that'll attach or not now. Probably should have came to a full stop before I... Ah, that's a problem. We're wasting time. Wasting time. Let's see, can I nudge it? Oh boy. Oh goodness. Nudged it a little too hard? Oh no. This isn't good. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, there's a bush. Tree. Okay, okay. Oh no. Oh, oh, oh. No, back on its back. Okay. Feel like feel like this is not going to plan. Oh no. And this won't let me hook up to it. It's the complete wrong way. No. We had something going when I... Oh, okay, okay, okay. Let me hook up to it in the front. No, 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 where are you going? Okay, okay. Okay, we got it, we got it. Not a problem. Okay. I just realized that I don't know where we're gonna get fuel from. That could be a little bit of a problem. Every time I've played this game, I had the starter farm, and it would give you somewhere to, like a fuel tank of some kind. I'm not entirely sure what we're gonna do with that. That could be an issue. Could definitely be an issue. And I'm not gonna mess with the fuel usage. I'm gonna leave it on normal. I'm gonna try not to mess with any of the settings. We're just gonna go at it the way the game developers intended. Yeah, if we could get 2 cuts out of these fields before we have to plant, that would be great. I don't know how realistic that is. I'll have to figure that out. It's already almost midday. We got the fields mowed. Got them mowed. Don't know. Don't know what we're gonna do. So many questions that don't have answers. Right now the focus is definitely getting this hay done and up out of the field, or fields up. Get it turned here. Spinning around the corner. And I also think there's like levels of grass growth as far as what, like how high the grass is. I guess it's like how much yield you get from the each cut. I don't know how, if it's like 3 months and the grass is fully grown, or if it's just you can harvest the grass, you can cut it. So I don't even know if this grass was full grown for like max potential yield, but we cut it. We had to get the ball rolling sometime. So almost done with field 5. We'll jump to field 6, get it tethered, and then windrow it, and then we gotta look at balers and how we're gonna pick the bales up. Still haven't figured that out yet. But I am terrible with a telehandler or a forklift. It's just so hard to do on controller. I feel like if you had the whole sim setup with the joystick and all of that, I feel like it would be so much easier. But I don't have that. I shouldn't have folded it. I should have just lifted it. Unfold it. Field 5's done. Let's work out field 6 real fast. Get it windrowed, and we'll check on the baler status, see what we're gonna do there. And then the first cut and baling of our fields is gonna be done. We just gotta figure out what baler we're gonna do, which one we're gonna get, and how we're gonna get the bales out of the field. That's the question. That's what I'm most concerned with. Is how we're gonna move the bales. Fence. Because me with a telehandler is not a pretty sight. It is rough. Let's see. Swing this corner. Look at that. Beautiful. Coming in a little hot right there at the end. I don't think it matters between round bales and square bales as much. I mean, I know we got the one square baler that's really cheap, but it makes small bales, so I think round balers are cheaper than square balers. So we may end up doing round bales, but if we do round bales, we're probably not going to be able to afford the trailer. Ooh, I don't even know if we're going to be able to afford this first harvest. Our first grain harvest might be rough, because we're going to have to do fertilizer, we're going to have to weed. I don't know if we're going to have to do lime. or not. I'm not sure if we're gonna have to do lime on the first, when we first sow these fields. I'm not sure, but and I also want to do a cedar that I know I want to do a cedar that you don't have to cultivate. Because we definitely can't afford a cultivator and a cedar and all of that. I'd rather just get the cedar and the cultivator all in one. I think that might save us a little bit of money. I am just not following any kind of pattern or anything with this. Just flipping grass. It's all that matters. Turning the grass over, spreading it out, drying it out. The windrower is going to be a different story. That's going to be very interesting. I'm trying to get nice, neat rows. Gonna be interesting. Fly down this hill. I think we got a little bit left over here. Yeah, looks like just one more pass. We'll have this area finished up. See if we can't fix this corner a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, I just want this to be a chill live stream series of just playing the game. You know, we'll experiment with some productions and stuff, but nothing crazy. I don't want to have super strict rules of like what I can and can't do, all of that. I don't want it to be super easy. And Yeah, I just want it to be a chill little live stream series. Let's just loop around and grab this little spot real fast. There it is. Head back up the hill. We'll go grab the windrower and get that started. Get that done, and then we need to look at what we're going to do with the baler and how we're going to pick the bales up. Hopefully we don't flip this thing when we set it down again, because that was that was something. Let's see, where's the door? Where's the door? There it is. Look at that. Complete stop. Perfect. I think the problem was I was still driving forward when I dumped it off the first time. There we go. Woo. Slow it down, slow it down. Let's get this thing unfolded. How big is this? Not very big. There's going to be a lot of rows. Lower, turn on. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of rows to pick up with the baler. That's something that's good about the harvesters is, you know, you enable the straw swath, and it's right behind the harvester, and it's, you know, the width of the head of the harvester is kind of what determines how far your straw swaths are apart. So instead of having to, you know, spend the money on a bigger windrower, you can just, you know, it's based off the size of the header on the harvester, which is obviously a lot wider than what we got going on back here. I don't know if that was the correct way to do that, but I wonder how AI would have done it, you know? I don't know, I feel like AI does a lot better job of being realistic with you know, lifting up different implements and stuff like that to turn around and cutting stuff on and off and all of that. I wonder how AI would have. I'm gonna grab that swath, aren't I? Yep. I wonder how AI would have, you know, done that on the first pass of the headland there with the windrower. If it would have like combined it to where it would have been like one continuous loop, or kind of shifted over like I did. Don't know. See if we can get this corner better than, yeah. See, but now it's like, I don't have to, I don't know. I don't know. It seemed like the right thing to do at the time. We're gonna get close. I don't think we touched it. Don't think we got it. But here, we're obviously gonna run into it. Yeah. See, now that corner is just all messed up. Oh well. It's gonna be interesting to pick up with the baler. That's for sure. And the tighter this corner gets, the I think the important part is we get it. We just get it in rows. I think that's the important part. I guess this would be an implement that you really want to, lift up to stop the swath before you, run into another one like stop it here and see lift and then kind of get turned around and lined up with where you want to be and then drop it down like that. Yeah, that seems to have done better than combining swaths. Let's see. Look at that. And then drop it back down. How fast does that drop down? Obviously, it doesn't get all of it. Oh, that just made like a pile. Yep. And then we'll just drop it. Drop it down. Oh, I hit. Let's see. Turn on windrower. Is that what it's called? Yeah, windrower. Okay. So I was saying that right. And B. Look at that. Not too bad. We'll just hit that little spot with the baler. Not too worried about it. Drop her down. Get going. I feel like this is slower than the mower and the tedder was. I feel like we're moving slower. Especially downhill, it doesn't seem this fast. And here, I guess we'll just kind of run up like that. Oh boy. pickle. There we go. See if we can't back this thing up straight. Look at that. Yeah, it's like it tops out at 9 miles an hour. Kind of flipping back and forth between 9 and 10. I'm not entirely sure how fast. I feel like the motor was 14 miles an hour. I'm not sure about the tether. Tether. Yeah. This feels pretty tight down here. This is going to be an interesting loop. Look at that. Look at that. I'm a professional. Oh, we're missing some there. We might be bailing at night. It might be dark before we get all that figured out and get everything over here. Ah, see ya. There we go. Look at that. Turn this corner without getting in the trees. We are just moving right along. Lift it up. Let's see. Yeah. That's the way we need it to go. Swing this corner. We got it a little bit. It's all good. Get it turned around. We'll hit that little area with the baler, try to clean that up. Go across there. Little line here. We got most of it. And here, we'll start again. Messed that corner up. It's all good. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just got to be able to pick it up with the baler. Got this little section left in field 6, and we will discuss what baler we're going to buy and the plan for that. Looks like we got rain moving in now. I'm not sure on silage and all that kind of stuff. I don't really know how to do any of that. I don't think you can do it now with this stuff because we've already dried it out. I think that's like I guess like regular just grass you turn into silage or silage. I'm not really sure how that works. And the whole fermentation process and how long that takes, or really the price benefit of that versus just regular grass bales or hay bales like we're doing here. I don't know what the price per 1,000 liter difference is, if it's really worth doing in the beginning, or if what we're doing is about as a cost-effective thing as we can. Can I get this whole thing? I guess I can. I guess I should have been doing that from the beginning down there, getting 99% of it this way. Alright. I guess we gotta shoot back down here and grab this little area. We'll call that good. Let's fold it. We'll just have to hop across some of these. Get out of here. Swing on out of here. this back in the shed. We'll look at... There we go. Ooh, I'm already way off. And we'll look at what... My goodness. What am I doing? Is this my first time? It's my first day backing something in, apparently. I am doing just a terrible job. Alright. Set that there. And let's look at... We have 115,000. See, this square baler is 22,000. And then... Let's see, that's 50. And see, that's 69.5 plus the 50. Yeah, no, we don't have enough for that. I guess we do have enough for... That would be pretty much all of our money. We may end up having to do the small square bells in the beginning. Might end up having to do the small square bells. That's gonna make so many bells though. Oh. Okay. It's just how we're gonna have to do it. And then we would have to get this bell multi-pack D14, or we could that's 20,000 for the trailer. And how... See, all of these are way too expensive. And we don't have the front loader attachment option on the tractor we bought. They put forks on it. See, the forklifts are too expensive too. We could do a front loader? But a front loader and a trailer would be more expensive. Can we pick up the bales that come out of this baler by hand? That is a good question. I don't know if we can pick the bales up that come out of this baler, if they're too heavy or not. If they're not too heavy, we'll just get a trailer and I will load up all the bales by hand just to save the money. So let's go get the baler. Let's make a couple test bales really fast, and we will see if I can pick up any of the bales by hand. I don't know how heavy. Does this mirror actually work? Like, is it gonna... Oof. We kind of hit it, but we are hooked. So I guess the mirror is kind of accurate. Accurate. Let's get over here and see. Okay, that's tracking right behind. Let's get over here and see if I can pick up these bells by hand or not. Again, no super strength or anything like that, so it's just going to be a if the bells are light enough or not. Which I feel like real life, I mean, people move square bells by hand all the time. I guess it depends, the size of the square bell, but I feel like it's not uncommon. Alright, let's see. Unfold baler. Lower pickup. Turn on baler. Oh, and she is slow. Oh yeah, this is gonna make a lot of bells. That is for sure. Alright, let's check it out. Let's see. Ah, we can. We can actually pick the bells up by hand. Okay, so that's better than buying a trailer or the automatic bell pickup. And we could just buy a trailer, which, using a trailer for other things like seed and fertilizer and lime and all that stuff would come in handy later. So we're gonna have to buy a trailer regardless for that stuff. But I think this is the trailer that you can do. Yeah. I wonder how big of a pain it would be to use a smaller trailer like this, or if I just need to get the bigger one. The only reason I'm hesitant on the bigger trailer is because it has the pivot in the front. Like, I think it was up here. Yeah. It has that pivot in the front, like the front two wheels turn. And backing that up, not the easiest thing in the world to do. Definitely not easy to do. So, and I would probably get the extension for the bell trailer just to make stacking a little bit easier. I guess that's more for round rolls or round bells. And then this, let's see, it also has like the dolly front that pivots. And I just cannot back those up to save my life. What's on sale? Why do I feel like $327,000 is not bad at all for that harvester? Oh, this cedar would be. Oh, it's not a cedar, it's a planter. Ooh, that's not what we need. But why do I feel like $327,000 is not expensive for that? What is that normally? We got so much baling to do, and I'm over here looking at harvesters. Which one is it? This one's $740,000. Wow. That's a pretty big discount there. Well, even the cheap one's 104,000. Oof. That's gonna be that's gonna be something when we get to the point to where we gotta buy one of those cedars. That's what we need to look at. I want something that no previous cultivating or plowing is necessary. That's what we're gonna have to get something like that. Um, and something that does fertilizer at the same time would be ideal. I feel I feel like that would be all of these are gonna be way too expensive. That is a tracked cedar. $195,000 for the widest width one for the no previous cultivating. Obviously, we cannot afford that. What is this guy? This guy looks funky with the tracks. Wow. Okay. Anyway, sidetracked. We are off on a tangent. Baling and bell trailer. I don't know what to do as far as trailers go. Because this is the only trailer that you can take the sides off of, right? Oh, but see, it has the dolly front end again. It's like the bigger version, but it has and this one doesn't have. Yeah, I don't think any of these are gonna. But I mean, if I was gonna. See, that's $31,000 for essentially the same thing as this one for 20. So I think we're just gonna have to get this one for 20 and just do our best. How much is the extension? 2,000? Hmm. I feel like we don't need it. I feel like we don't need to spend the money on the extension. Okay. So I guess we just need to keep on bailing and just continue making an absolute mess with all the bales in the field that we're going to have to pick up. I think that's the only option. and it is getting dark. Bailing in the dark. Let's see, we got lights, don't we? How do you cut the lights on? Bell counter. Bell counter. Toggle radio. Huh, I feel like toggle cruise control. Change speed. Why do I feel like... Nope, that wasn't it. Why do I feel like there was a way to cut the lights on? It's not that. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure how you cut the lights on. That is a problem. Because when it gets dark, we ain't gonna be able to see. We are not gonna be able to see when it gets dark. We're already up to 13 bells, 14 bells. It is just spitting them out. It is going to take some doing to pick up all these bells. These things are tiny. How to cut the lights off. Is this gonna pick all this up? Yeah. See what each bell's 600 liters. So we'll just say 2 bells makes 1,000 liters. I'm not entirely sure what the price of hay is. I do know that if we're gonna hold on to the hay, I don't know how, you know, stacking up a trailer and then unstacking it by hand and then having to restack it again to go sell it. If we're gonna do a whole nother harvest. And plus we're gonna have more than one trailer full. With all these bales. I mean, we're not done with the first field yet. We already have 40. So, I don't know how we're gonna manage all that without having to, like, touch every bale, you know, 2-3 times. I really don't want to have to do that, especially doing it all by hand. Squeeze between these two bales, get turned around. I'll tell you what, we'll just go down this row. Let's see, if we go settings, general graphic settings, help. Is there a controls option? I don't think so. I don't think there is a... I don't think there is a control. Camera, sound, no. Okay, well, I guess toggle. I just feel like last time I played this game, there was a button for cutting the headlights on. I just don't know what the button is. I'm not sure. I'll have to figure that out. So we got everything we need to do our first cut, get it baled, get it picked up, and our second cut. Which is good. So we don't have to spend any more money to finish the process with the hay. We might leave one of these fields as hay. Like we might leave field 6 as hay and just do one field for barley or wheat. Or we might just do field 5 as barley or wheat and leave field 6 as hay. That way, while we're waiting on the barley to grow, to be ready to harvest, we can still have some kind of, income. Because I think you can harvest the grass like 3 times. I think you can harvest the grass 3 times in a, in-game year. That might be what we end up doing. Just so we can have some kind of income coming in, because I forgot that we have that loan, that every month we're going to be, paying off that loan, a $250,000 loan. So we may end up having to do, hay in this field for, a couple years, in-game years, to kind of counterbalance the loan payments that we're gonna have. I know the loan payments aren't a lot, like they're not expensive, they're not super high in game, but we definitely can afford to not have a little bit of money coming in throughout the year, instead of just at the end of the year when the crop prices are the best. I just hit that fence and I was turning the wrong way. There we go. Because I definitely don't want to lose all of our money to loan payments and not have, money if we need to buy, consumables like seed or fertilizer or lime or any of that stuff. I definitely want to have money for that, whenever we need it. And I don't really want to touch loans besides, the one we have, unless we absolutely have to like, if we need to borrow a little bit of money to get a harvester or something like that, then sure. But, we could always do a couple contracts or whatever to get a little bit of money, outside of, taking more of a loan out than the $250,000 we already have. $72 bales. We are not even close to being done with this field. That's something else to think about too. If we're gonna keep field 6, which is the field we're in now, if we're gonna keep that as, grass and just let it keep growing for the next couple years, we're gonna be moving a lot of hay by hand. And the market to sell the hay is so far away, because it's all the way down south, I believe. I think it's all the way down here. The farmer's market? Let's see. prices, straw. Where's hay? Is hay not on this top part? No. Alright, cages, no. Hay must be on this list. Hay. Okay, so January is the best time to sell hay, and animal dealer, which is actually a little bit closer than the farmer's market. And I'm guessing the animal dealer is... It's got to be over here. What, one of these? Dairy... Yeah, Bells. It's all the way over here. And to get to that, we'd have to go down this way across the river and up, where this one's just straight shot south. I feel like it would be further to go to this one because you got to go all the way across then up. Yeah. So yeah, we're going to be taking them all the way down here. So the whole reason I brought that up is because if we were to get the bell transport that can pick up these small bells, eventually, um, it only holds 14 bells. So if it holds 14 bells and we already have 77, I mean that's a lot of trips back and forth. That's a lot of trips back and forth. Unless we were to sell this baler eventually and get, a baler that does bigger square bales, or a round baler. I don't know what the difference is between like size of square bales versus size of round bales, and what, 180 centimeter round bale holds, like capacity wise, versus I think the square balers go up to like 280. I think it's 280 centimeter bales. So I don't know what would be the most efficient in that regard of capacity versus what the transport can, how many the transport can carry. So, because this is definitely going to be quite the achievement to get all these bells picked up in a decent amount of time. Because once we start having fields of crop, it's gonna get quite busy. It's gonna get quite busy. There's gonna be a lot to do, and spending, a whole in-game month in just, doing one field of hay might not be the best use of time. So much to figure out, and do. Just not sure. up to 108 bales already. Absolutely crazy. $108 bales, and we are still just cruising along. Swung a little early there. Missed a spot. Let's see. Lift pickup. Move a little bit faster here. Yeah. Oh, I said I was gonna run over that area a little bit with the baler and pick up that little bit, or at least some of it. No sense in leaving it. I don't really think there's a lot here, but we'll do a swipe or two real fast just to pick some of it up. Oh, don't go in the ditch. Yeah, we'll get a majority of it here. That'll do. We got quite a bit more to go, and we are at 120 bales. That is insane. That's an insane amount of bales. Hit the wrong button. Oh, ran over that bell. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Wow, I think we're gonna hit 160 bells, maybe. Might hit 160 bells total. If so, that is an insane amount of bells to have to pick up by hand. What kind of financial decisions have I made to pick up that many bells of hay by hand is gonna be something. That's for sure. Challenge. Let's get back up here to the top. Let's not run over the bell again. Yeah. Alright, let's head down for the last time, and then we got one row at the far end of the field, and that's going to be both fields baled, ready for pickup. Alright, let's lift pickup. Unload baler. Fold it up. Let's see, 154 bales we got out of both those fields. That is an insane amount of bales. Parker a little baler right there. Alright, well, I think that's gonna do it for the first episode. Um, Starting the next episode, I guess we're gonna get all the bells picked up. We'll have to go get our trailer from the shop, get the bells picked up, and yeah, then I guess we're gonna look at planting season for barley, which is gonna be next month. So get the bells picked up and might sell a trailer load, might not, might keep all of them until I think January is when the price for hay is the highest and get get some barley in the ground. I think that's going to be the goal for the next episode is going to be to get field 5 planted in barley. So, all right. Well, anyway, thanks for watching.